Hi everyone, hello. This video will be on preparing for university. I'm making this video because I have had a good career teaching, lecturing, being an academic in several universities, but I have also gotten awards, degrees from several universities. My most recent degree was a postgraduate certificate in philosophy from the University of Cambridge. I also have a PhD in management from Aston University, an MSc in international economics from the University of Birmingham, a bachelor's degree in economics from Babcock University, and I have also had several degrees from several awarding institutions, and I'm very grateful for them. I have also helped to recruit students at both the undergraduate and postgraduate level, and I think I have a few tips that I would like to share. Now, going to university is a very laudable, a very commendable goal. And when you're thinking about achieving that goal, I think a good way to start is by asking yourself what you want to study. Okay? So ask yourself this question: what do you want to study? You will need to select a course because universities typically offer courses, right? And you have to apply to get on this course, and that will set off your journey through the university. So think about the future, think about your future, and think about the future of the world. Okay, where do you see yourself in the future, and where do you see yourself adding value in the future of the world? Right, so for instance, if you see yourself as an artist, right, maybe a theater artist, fulfilling a function in 10 years time, 12 years time, in this future world where you're needed, where that skill is needed, where that gap exists, perfect. And, problem solved. If you see yourself as a doctor, right, maybe in a particular field of medicine, say gynecology, say a pediatrician, right, in this future world where those skills are needed, then you can fulfill that function. If you see yourself as a business person, right, in this future world, helping to deliver innovation and deliver businesses that are needed in that era, of course you can go and study that. For instance, the use of technology is increasing in the world, right? So, think about a world with more technology, what kind of skills would be needed. A good way to also approach this is to look at your natural skills. So what natural skills do you have? What are your passions? That might give you an indication of what you might want to study, what course to select, because when it gets tough, and sometimes it will get tough, it might also be good to study something that stretches you. If you have the passion for it, you will stick with it, okay? But if you also have a natural skill and you can develop that skill and use that skill in the future, why not do it, okay? Where do you see yourself in the next 20 to 30 years? Think about that. And it's good to be honest with yourself. This is something to approach with honesty. Pray about it. I am a religious person, so I pray, and that could help you as well. You might want to seek counsel. So you can have a guidance counselor in your school, in your college. You can have people that you can go to for wisdom, for advice. You can ask other people in that profession. You can investigate, okay? Do your research online, see what it entails, and then go for it. I think the next thing to do is to decide what university is right for you. And there are several universities out there. So it'll be good to pick what university is best for you, what university will help you to achieve your potential. A couple of things to consider when trying to search for suitable universities. It could be good to look at the university rankings. Now, I currently am in the United Kingdom while I'm making this video today in 2024. But look at the university rankings, and this will be or I think would be relevant, at least has been relevant for a while now and should be relevant in the future as well. Think about the general ranking of the university and think about the subject specific ranking in that particular course that you're trying to get into. In the United Kingdom, we have the Good University Guide, the Times Higher Education rankings, you have the NSS, the National Student Surveys, and you have other forms of rankings. So look at those rankings and try to find a good university to go to. Maybe make a list of universities you're considering, and you could use other criteria, and I have this other criteria that you might want to get information on below, just written on your screen. So look at the Teaching Excellence Framework. This is a way in the United Kingdom that we rank universities based on how well they teach. So you have the gold, silver, and bronze ranking. If your university is ranked gold, that means they're very good at teaching. Okay. Now, universities that are higher up in the rankings, we usually advertise that those who are lower below will usually just hide it, keep it hidden. So try to find out what ranking the university has. Look at their research reputation. Some universities are very good at research. They always have world-leading research. Their researchers always come up with new solutions to world problems. This will be very good as it will help you to have that mindset and also to be able to do research yourself, but also give you that information on these new solutions they're coming up with. And it will be good when you graduate. Employers like graduates from places like that. Look at the facilities that they have. Okay, you can Google their facilities, check online. You might actually also be able to visit on your open days and applicant visit days. I'll come to that shortly. The teaching facilities, the research facilities, employability is something to also look at. So consider how easy it is for graduates from that institution to get jobs. So do a high proportion of people who leave that university get jobs? That is something to look at as well. Look at the location of the university. Will you have to travel far? Now, this might be a good thing if you want the adventure of leaving home, leaving where you've grown up in your entire life. But it could also be that you want something closer to home. So depending on what your situation and preference is, you might want to consider that. Crucially, you want to get information on their entry requirements. So every single university will have a list of entry requirements. So things that you have to do in order to get into the university. In the UK, we have A levels, we have B Tech, and we have T levels now. Okay, it might change in the future, but you might also need GCSEs as well. So for instance, a university like the University of Cambridge would say to study, say, computer science, you need to have A star in 3 subjects, right? Maybe physics, maths, and further maths, okay? Or maybe A star, A star, A, you know. So you want to know what the entry requirements are academically. The university might also require a personal statement from you. This is sort of like an essay you write, sort of like an introductory letter introducing yourself and convincing the admissions officer and staff on the course as to why they should accept you to their course, to their university. So you want to craft this up as well. And there will also be financial implications, okay? So depending on where you go to study, costs might vary. Currently, costs are capped. But, you know, there might be other implications, capped in the UK, I mean. But if you're traveling far from home, if you're staying off campus, you know, if you're doing certain things, there could be financial implications as well. So think about that, consider it. Some universities will require an interview before they admit you, and some might also have their own internal examinations, other examinations apart from the A levels, GCSEs, B Tech, T levels, you name them. So I think Cambridge, Oxford, and I think UCL have other examinations for certain courses. So make sure you check that. Now that you sort of know the course you want to study, You know what university you want to go to. So select a course in a university. So you could say I'm going to study economics at the University of Birmingham. You could say I'm going to study theater arts at Cambridge University. I'm just being hypothetical here. Okay, I'm going to study this at, you name it. Make a short list of 4 to 5 universities, 4 or 5, so you're whittling it down now. And then you want to start to visit these universities. So they will usually have open days or applicant visit days. These are days where they throw the doors open and you register and come in, and they give you a tour around the place. Academics tell you about the university, and you get to have a feel of what the university is like. If you have an offer already, so if you're an applicant and they've made you an offer, then they'll have a day usually where applicants can come in. So yeah, so just to summarize, make sure you know what universities offer what courses you want to study. Okay, so look at the university rankings, the entry requirements. Some people have extra lessons if they're trying to meet specific entry requirements. Could be something to consider. Go on the university website. Sometimes you can get information on the module content. So if you're going to study something like business management, where I currently teach at Kiel University, you can go on the website for business management, and then you can see what you'll study while you're studying business management. So all the module contents, you can see it, and this could help you to see, is it really for you, and also to start to read ahead of getting on the course. Ask around, ask people who have graduated from the university, talk to the admissions team, come to open days and applicant visit days. I just thought it would be a good idea to talk about how to go about this, using my current university. So I currently teach at Kiel University, that's spelled K-E-E-L-E, ranked #1 in the UK by students themselves, according to Student Crowd University Awards. So Britain's best university is ranked by students. I told you about the Teaching Excellence Framework. It's had gold twice. We're very proud of that. It's a very beautiful campus. So if you leave your house or your home, it's very beautiful, very welcoming, very safe. 600 acres to explore. A proper university campus. Generates 50% of its own electricity. So 50% of our own campus electricity is generated from renewable sources on campus. Solar panels, wind farm, and of course that knowledge is passed on in the teaching, in the learning. 80% of research classified as world leading or internationally excellent. Graduate employability here at 95%, so people are getting jobs. Alumni from over 180 countries, so you're in a campus where you're meeting people from around the world, and this will help with the experience. It will give you that sense of being part of a global community. You become a better human being, and it's just a wonderful experience. World-class teaching facilities, everything you want from a proper campus. Okay, so how do you apply? Okay, so how do you get in? Like I said, you want to find a course that's right for you. If you're coming to Kiel, you visit Kiel, you see what it has to offer. Like I said, you want to make a list and then start to visit. You could also take a virtual tour, which is fantastic. You don't even want to come down, you can do it virtually. And then in the UK, you apply online via UCAS, and I will give you the website soon, before the October deadline. Okay, so you apply on this platform. It's the British way of doing things. All students go, so 12-year 13s would usually go on the UCAS website and apply before the October deadline. They get an offer, they come to an applicant visit day, make their choice, apply for accommodation, and most universities will try to give accommodation for first-year students, especially because they're leaving home. You have to arrange your finance with student finance. Although with accommodation, sometimes you know if you have to stay off campus, you know, it's your choice. You get your results. Hopefully you've made it. Like I said, the entry requirements, and then you get into university. Okay, so it's fantastic. So 2024, that's when I'm making this video. And if you were trying to get into university, the early deadline for 2024 entry was in 2023. Okay, so last October, the 16th of October, you would have had to apply on the UCAS website. That's the website on your screen, www.ucas.com. Okay, and of course, the results for A levels will be released on Thursday, the 15th of August. If you're doing the Scottish qualification assessment, the results will be released on Tuesday, the 6th of August. Okay, and yeah, you just go on the UCAS website, register, complete your details, add your education history, your employment history, select your course, write a personal statement, submit your application. You do need a reference and you need to pay an application fee, and that's the fee here, $27.50 for 2024 entry, $28.50 is going up for 2025 entry. Okay, now, you know, for some courses, especially for some universities like Oxford, Cambridge, you know, you have to meet that early deadline. Sometimes the deadline is moved, or you have a flexible deadline. For some courses, could be all the way to January. And there's UCAS Extra, it could be in February. Then you have clearing around June. So if you didn't make the entry requirements, you get put in clearing, and then you can start to ask around. You know, so if a university said you needed A star, A star, A star to get onto their course, and you made A star B, and you didn't get on the course, you can go through clearing. So what we mean by that is universities will usually have some people on the phone making offers. So you call up the university, say, can I get an offer to study this course in your university? And they'll let you know if they can offer it to you. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind if you didn't make the entry requirements the first time and you're in the UK. And yeah, once you do that, you should be in. Clearing will close around the 21st of October, at least for this year. So you secure your place. Are there any offer conditions you need to meet? So the most important things, the first things are your exam results. But some universities will also like you to put in your personal statement extracurricular activities that you're into. Okay, check what else you might need to get into the university apart from exam results. For some particular courses, especially some sensitive courses, you might need to do a disclosure and barring service, DBS, or protection of vulnerable groups checks, PVG, especially if you're going to be working with such people. So once your place is confirmed, your university will usually send details of what you need to do next to register. And this is a good time to start to prepare to start. So try to make sure you have your money, you make your travel arrangements. If you have to get course materials, you might want to buy some before you get to university, but usually your university will have a bookshop, and you have to apply for student finance in the UK. If you want to go through student finance, if you can pay for it, your parents can do that. Fantastic. Okay, so preparing financially, you need to find out if you're eligible for student loan or other forms of funding. If you do have student loan or funding, make sure you submit your application, you give the correct supporting evidence, make sure you provide the student's loan company with your university name, your bank details, your course details, sign and return your declaration form. And then when you register at university, your university will confirm your attendance to the student's loans company, and voila, you're in there. Just in rounding up, securing a place to live, Make sure you get a place that you can live happily while you study. You can stay on campus, especially in your first year. Most universities will give this option. But if you want to stay off campus, that's allowed as well. So go on the university website, look at what options they have with regards to accommodation. And even if you're waiting for your exam results, start to check where you can live. And finally, some people ask about degree apprenticeships. This is a situation whereby, you're not studying full time on campus. What you're actually doing in this situation is you're working for a company, and then some days a week, maybe 1 to 2 days a week, you go in short blocks for lectures. Okay, so you do about 20% of your time studying and 80% of your time working, and in about 3 to 6 years you also get a degree, which is fantastic. In applying for this, you don't go this route that I've just shown you. What you do is you have to apply like you're applying for a job. Okay, so you need a CV, you need a cover letter, but now you're applying to the company itself, the company where you'll be doing the working, and then they'll sponsor the education basically. Okay, so employers would advertise their degree apprenticeships throughout the year. There is no application cycle like there is with university, so what I said about UCAS doesn't hold in this case. So the vacancy will state when the application deadline is and when the apprenticeship is due to start. So another way of getting a degree, of getting into university, which could be fun. Okay, so that's it for me about preparing for university. So please just be very mindful of all the things I have highlighted. Okay, select a course. Think about it very deeply. Think about it critically, honestly. Select a course, select the university, apply via UCAS. Go for the open days, go for the applicant visit days. Make sure you're mindful of when the UCAS deadline is, meet the entry requirements and get in. And I hope you have a very good time at university. And this has been a lecture on preparing for university. You can catch me on Instagram. That's my handle there for now. I'm on X for now, and on Splash. You can find me there.